All right. I'm going to wait for some people to get in here before we start. Also, again, my voice is like slightly going, but we need to have a talk about some things. And obviously talking about other um, investments as well, cryptocurrencies, and maybe even the stock market as well. But we need to have a conversation. So we'll wait for people to get in here. Make sure that like button as soon as you get in here. Oh, how's everybody doing today? Good morning, everyone. We haven't had a single chat yet, so I don't know if things are going through. It looks like we got 12 people here. That's what it's showing on Streamlabs. Good morning, Matt. How are you? I'm doing pretty good. What's up, brother? What's up? Hey, Matt, love the videos on Harvest Finance, or the video on Harvest Finance. Would you say it's worth buying like 5 farm, or should I use that money to top up a position I already have? So it depends what you have. I mean, 5 farm is a decent amount because it can easily get back up to $100 and easily get back up to $200. So the 5 farm is not a low amount. Right now, it looks like it's a low amount because you're only holding 5, but it definitely could be a decent size increase as time goes on. So it all depends on what you see. If you see more potential in other positions that you're holding, then make that move. But if you see a lot of potential in where a farm can go, you want to buy into that so you can see the growth. Like number 6, let's go. Thank you, Michael, for liking. Let's get it. Well, good morning. Yeah, I was responding to some people on Twitter and Discord and just everywhere, trying to respond to people. But yeah, I was looking at a lot of. I guess there was some sort of tweet that came out from SHIB Queenie right after I posted my video yesterday about how the devs are lost, the breeds are lost, all of them are just lost, and she says it's not about my video, but some people were like, "This is great timing, like perfect timing." But give them the benefit of the doubt. Are we going to survive this bump in the road? I think we will survive the bump in the road. I think SHIB will be very, very strong. It will always be strong. It's whether we have support from the biggest community that's out there, or if we have support from every YouTuber that's out there. It seems like we have support from a lot of YouTubers that are still out here, but you need the actual support from different projects that can support SHIB. So whether it's burning, whether it's buying, whether it's whatever it's doing, we want to find a way to support SHIB in a big way. And it doesn't seem like the biggest ecosystem is doing that in any way. And some people truly believe that they are doing the best job that they could possibly do. Good morning from Michigan. Good morning from Philippines. Good morning, Matt. What's up with Shiba Inu? I think it is dead. See, I don't think it's dead. We can definitely have more of a conversation. We got 239 people here. We can start that conversation soon. We've already kind of started it. You think we can drop more for Shiba Inu or for the entire cryptocurrency market? From what I understand, this is looking similar to a false breakout where we see a slight bit of green looking like we're ready to go on that bull run, and then everything starts to drop again. And that's what a lot of other people believe as well. I've seen a ton of cryptocurrency videos and market crash videos. Understand that nobody can predict exactly where this is going to go, and people can predict that things are going to fall more, but there's always a possibility that it might not, because in the past, Bitcoin from its high has fallen 90%, and then it's fallen like 80+%. Right now it has fallen like 60+%. And who's to say that it's not going to see a change and only fall 60% and not fall 80 or 90%? That's definitely a possibility, right? So I kind of look at it and say, this is why I keep my money into cryptocurrency and I'm not selling the position, because even though it fell 60+%, we could possibly see a bump or a push in where this can go. So I think we could see the entire crypto market fall back down, but my expectation is to see it start to run. With over 500 trillion, it's not even going to a penny. Ever stop with the dollar stuff. So again, I think we need to have a talk about, you know, whether these things can actually get there and what's the goal of how it can get to those levels. Because there is a method, there is a path where we can get to these levels. However, it takes a lot of support from especially the largest ecosystem that's out there, that has generated or brought in a lot of investors, not into just SHIB itself, but into other things that they have, right? And it's not brand new investors. You know, you'll see a lot of these SHIB investors that decide to support something that's new, get in early and make some money. But it's not about just making money in those other projects. It's about building SHIB up to something to where it can actually be either a form of currency or it can have a solid use case to it. But right now we don't have that. So everything that we're building seems like it could be, or everything they're building seems like it could be for not or for nothing, because nothing is coming back and supporting the end goal, which is Shiba Inu. Bank of England in the UK have risen inflation from 1% to 1.25% today. Across the board is down, not only SHIB people. Yes, exactly. Then why is SHIB not dead? And what is the possibility? So when we look into Shiba Inu itself, right, and we have all of these things, all of these potential projects that we can build or that we should have built, I feel like everything was just structured the wrong way. And I think you can have more of a reset when Shibarium is launched to have everything else feed off of Shibarium and feed off of burning Shiba Inu if Shibarium burned Shiba Inu, right? We were supposed to have Shiba Inu, or supposed to have Shibarium, you know, a while ago. We were expecting it a while ago. It should have been the first thing that was launched, but I think this could be a reset to where we're now burning a heck of a lot through this platform. We can see the burn portal hopefully transition or move over to that. So when people want to burn, they don't have to spend the increased fees, right? Where you may end up paying $10, you may end up paying $30, you may end up paying $40, right? Or in my case, I wanted to transfer 900 and ended up, I didn't pay it, but it basically said that I had a fee of $900. I wanted to send 900 and the fee was 900. That made a lot of sense. So Shiba Inu can get there if we have that burning method. Right now, we have a manual burning method to where we're burning through the burn portal, but we need something that is through utility or through a normal transaction, buying and selling. That would be amazing. However, we don't have that right now. Shibarium should bring that. So that's what I'm looking forward to. And if that is literally the last straw, if they do not have a burn mechanism or a burn method within Shibarium, then it shows that literally nothing that they have built has supported Shiba Inu in the end. Can we get the fly's input? I haven't seen the fly today, so I don't know. It's probably over there near the lights. It comes and goes. Watching from the Philippines. Well, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. I'm buying more SHIB and CRO weekly. Yeah, I buy more CRO pretty much daily. Not a crazy amount. Sometimes it's a crazy amount to where I buy, just 4,000 out of nowhere. But mostly, I may buy another 100 or 200 or something like that. But yeah, I'm buying pretty much daily. SHIB, that's the word I was looking for. SHIB is, for me, I'm holding 400 million. I would love to hold 1 billion. Obviously, with this having, a little bit of an increased day and not finding a way to add another zero. I'm not adding any more right now. Still holding 400 million, staking 400 million, and doing as much as I can for the SHIB community by talking about it, keeping it in the news as much as it can be. All I fear is buying more shit. Sorry. Good morning, Matt /SHIB Army /lunatics. Good morning. GNUS 17% short, 21 days to 28% cost to borrow. GNUS has no debt and looking at the deals coming in. What would you value? What would the value of Shibarium be compared to Shiba Inu? What would the value of Shibarium be compared to Shiba Inu? I think the value of Shibarium is the most value you can have, more than the metaverse, more than the NFTs that they're creating. Maybe not more than businesses that come on, because businesses could do so much more in burning revenue or burning overall profit. But it's doing more than most of what the ecosystem has created. From what we understand, Shibarium should be kind of the saving grace to, what we expect from Shiba Inu. What impact would Shibarium have on the price in the near future, and how come the devs don't communicate more clearly on plans and intent? They don't communicate on plans and intent, not because they don't want the information to get out there and people to steal it, partially. I think that is a fear of theirs, because if you notice from everything that we have created, they have not partnered with anything, even though things were legit burning methods or legit growth methods. They haven't partnered with anything because they physically don't care about that. They don't. It seems like they really don't care about Shiba Inu growth. They care about the three-legged stool that they talked about. SHIB is a three-legged stool, and if you take one leg out, the stool falls. But that's not the case. Shiba Inu is that leg, is the biggest leg, and does not need support from anything else because it doesn't have support from anything else. But I think the reason why they don't communicate things more clearly, I'm trying to think of where my first point was. I lost my train of thought there because I threw something out. What impact would Shibarium have on the price in the near future? So I think Shibarium would have, I'll get back to it if I remember. I think Shibarium will have a big impact on the price, as long as we do see that burn method that's coming through, right? When that does get launched, it's creating a better method to buy without paying the fees that you would pay in exchanges, that you would pay in wallets, that you would pay anywhere else that you decide to buy or sell Shiba Inu. So if you're paying a small amount and you're also burning the total supply there, it makes it a better situation. So yeah, I think, my other point, they're not doing it, or they're not communicating more clearly on their plans, because I don't think they know their plans. I think they're just following what Ryoshi has said, even though Ryoshi has pretty much, come at them and kind of attacked what they're doing and how they're not focused and all that stuff. But I don't think they know. I think they're just following a plan to create something as fast as they can, so that I don't know, so that those things could be more valuable. Because the more that they're creating this, right? They're creating, let's say, Ryoshi or somebody would put that they wanted to create bone. Well, creating bone can have so many different underlying details to it. There could be some sort of connection to Shiba Inu by creating bone. You could have a certain method or a certain path, and when you create all of these things, right? There's even though you have it on paper to say these are the things that you want to create, it doesn't necessarily, they're not a numbered list. It's not saying do it in this order. The best order would have been Shibarium first, everything else, find a way to come second. Shibarium would have been the launching point for everything, because all of the things that we would have been doing throughout buying and selling throughout that whole entire time would have gone through Shibarium throughout the last year, which would have burned trillions, probably tens or hundreds of trillions of coins within this last year alone, if that has taken place. But it seems to be the last thing that they are creating after kind of stumbling or fumbling the bag on a lot of these other plays, on a lot of these other, projects, right? Metaverse, I wouldn't say is a failure, but you look at where the prices are, and now people are buying for so much cheaper. So how much are they going to build this metaverse for? And also, are they going to be able to build something that competes with other metaverses, right? I don't know. If they have less money, then probably not. Understand that Facebook or Meta has invested $11 billion into their metaverse. Understand that their metaverse is more complex with the VR headset and everything that you can do within that open world. However, you have ApeCoin that obviously brought in a lot of money within their metaverse. You have a ton of other metaverses that are created, that are out there, that have more money than what Shiba Inu has gathered. And it's probably because things weren't structured the right way. They were just released willy-nilly. When things are final, there's no real true announcement, unless it's something very simple, like a John Richmond partnership that literally did nothing. Matt, I will buy more crypto, especially SHIB. We will need to weather a long winter. This is the beginning. And I will buy CRO and XRP also. So I don't think we're necessarily at the beginning. I think we're more towards the tail end of things. I think we're way closer to the lows than we are at the highs. The beginning of everything was, way back when. Like if we go and let's click on just Bitcoin, and we go the past year, this was the beginning. This was the beginning of everything. Where we're standing right now, we're not at the beginning of this fall. Things have fallen, but things have been falling for quite some time. They have already fallen 69% or 67% or something. They have fallen 60+% in the last half a year, a little over half a year. So things have been falling already, and we're closer to the bottom than people think. Understand that people have said in some of the lowest times, Bitcoin has fallen 90%. In other cases, Bitcoin has fallen 90%. Ethereum has fallen 90%. All of these have fallen 90%. In the last crash, it was 80+%. So we're obviously getting better. And the more support that we have for cryptocurrency, it's not going to fall as much. So this is why I think that 70% or maybe 75% is probably going to be the highest point that we end up seeing. While people think that history is going to absolutely repeat itself, this is the most investors that we've seen within the crypto market, the most hype, the most potential we have for bull runs and bear markets and all of this, right? People are holding on to it more and more. You have different concepts that are out there. Proof of stake that allows people to stake it for a long period of time, holding on to a position. When you hold on to a position, you're actually increasing the value or keeping the value steady. So I don't necessarily think this is the beginning. I think we're closer to the end of this bear market, and things are going to start to run. We're headed towards a recession, and I welcome it. Buy more. So I think that's true to an extent. We are headed towards, it seems like we're headed towards a recession, but what gets us there faster is the news and different things that are out there that are saying we are headed towards a recession. They're trying to predict that things will drop further, because nobody can 100% predict where things will go. But depending on what we are investing our money into and what we're holding, I don't know if we necessarily will get to that recession. So I don't know. I think news is doing more of the damage than the actual economy is. So we'll see. We will see. I welcome it just like you do, because if I see lower lows, I buy. I'm not going to say that we're not going to get there and that this is the time to buy right now. I'm saying we're closer to the bottom than people think. I mean, we have already dropped 69%, I think it was. Right? We've dropped so much over this past half a year, 7 months, 8 months, whatever. We've dropped a lot. So seeing how much we have dropped, it's kind of showing that history has repeated itself. So if we're really looking at a recession, then we can drop over 90% and fall back down to even lower lows to where nobody expected this to get to. However, I really don't see that. I really don't see that. And that's just my opinion. I will hit you up on Discord. Yeah, definitely do that. We can talk about that. I'm expecting another hard dip. Hope I'm wrong. Yeah, so many people are. And again, at this point, I just look at this. We've already dropped basically 70%. So I know I keep changing the percentage, but let's just round it up and say 70%. So we basically already dropped 70%. And I don't see much more. If history repeats itself, 80% is the target. However, crypto market is stronger than it's ever been. So, and maybe 70% is the target. Is there a difference between Shiba Inu ETH compared to Shiba Inu Cronos? There's no Shiba Inu Cronos. I mean, if there is, it was created to, just be under the Cronos network. It might be a scam. So I wouldn't go with that. Shiba Inu, the real Shiba Inu is, ETH. I have 140K LUNC and 350K SHIB. Seems like both are on a tipping point, heavily relying on the devs not being idiots, burning more, listening to the community, etc. Yeah, it seems like both of them are in the same spot. I would have to agree. I would say Shiba Inu probably worse than LUNC because they've already built so many different things that they have to keep their focus on a lot of those things. They can't just let those collapse. If they're collapsing, like if Bone and Leash collapse, then the ecosystem loses its legitimacy, right? Loses its trust. People don't trust that position anymore. Don't trust that ecosystem. So, yeah, I would imagine they're definitely in the same spot. But Shiba Inu is probably worse off than LUNC because LUNC has yet to build anything. We have all these proposals, and it seems like it has a better structure to where you vote on something and things get passed. However, you still have to wait for it to be implemented. So the news makes everything look worse than it is. I've seen an empty Walmart. I have not seen an empty Walmart nor mall yet. I mean, I see empty malls because we have malls that are closing down near us. But yeah, I would agree with you. The news makes everything insanely worse. They're always talking about how if you literally type in the crypto market or stock market, they talk about recession. They talk about Bitcoin going down to 5,000. They talk about so many things that are so negative that I understand why it's creating fear. And then all of a sudden, they start to talk about how everything's positive and how Bitcoin can get to 100K and $1 million and all this other stuff because it's what sells, right? And even when they do talk about that, they're like, oh, Bitcoin is getting to $100,000, but when it does get to $100,000, how far will it fall? Like they're always finding a way to bring in something negative into it. Why the proposal don't do nothing on the price of Terra Classic? So it did. With the proposal passing, even the thought of it passing, it started to increase. So it was at 0.00000, I think, 5 or 4 zeros. I think 4 zeros. So it was at that level. It might be 5 zeros. I don't remember. So basically, it was at 5,000, it increased to about 8,000 before decreasing again, right? And now you're seeing it at about 6,000. Terra Classic has held for quite some time because I have no idea why. Everything else has dropped 11%, 20%, or whatever. And Terra Luna or Terra Classic has held around that 0.00005 or 6 range, and sometimes even pushing the 7 or 8. So it definitely has more people that believe in it. But until everything is fully implemented, that's when we will see the massive push. I think the figure is 40% of all money printed in the U.S. history was printed in the last 2 years. Matt, why? That's pretty insane. I'll have to go with that figure. I haven't checked any of that research or any of your sources. What percent of the general population do you think is aware of this opportunity in crypto? Of Shiba Inu in crypto, or the opportunity of buying in crypto? So the opportunity of crypto itself, I think there's probably, let's say 10 to 20% that's aware. There's a lot of people that don't invest. Like if I talk to 20 people in like walking down the street, or even in my family, right? I can talk to 20 people within my family and there's probably 3 that invest, right? And it could just be random, I guess, but there's probably 3 that invest. Now, all of them probably have a 401k or something, but I'm talking about invest outside of their retirement plans. Well, I can trade 1 Shiba Inu on MMF, but not the Shiba Inu I'm currently holding under the ETH network wallet. Does that make sense? No, not at all. People don't go to malls anymore. Yeah, malls are starting to close down. Bone, like bone, as in um the cryptocurrency that was created for Shiba Inu. Matt, can the community propose a vote that can help dictate a better path for SHIB? So, no, there's no voting system that they have implemented. There should be a voting system, but they don't want that because they know what the ecosystem will, or not the ecosystem, what the community will choose, right? The community will choose to do the best thing for the community and not their pockets. So they're not going to do something like that. I'm not saying that they are literally the most money hungry people in the world, but I think they want more control, and they can't have control over Shiba Inu because they don't have control over changing anything. They don't hold much of it. 5K BTC is impossible right now. Maybe 9 or 12K at the lowest. Yeah, I was just over exaggerating when I said that. I've seen things at like less than 10K. And a lot of people believe that it's going to be 12K because if history repeats itself, it's going to be basically a 90% fall. Can Do Kwon just say screw it and not burn? I believe so. Man, I dream Bitcoin $5,000 to buy. That would be really good, because if Bitcoin's at 5,000, that means everything else is at super low prices as well. And I would be buying a lot of those. Would I buy Bitcoin? Most likely not. But I would buy everything the hell else that's out there, especially Ethereum. 600 people in here. Hit that like button. Yes, we got 615. If you guys can get this up to 200 likes, I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you guys for stopping by. It does mean a lot. I know I started late, and we're gonna end around 9 o'clock, because that's the usual time that I end. But I had a couple of people to respond to on Twitter, so I just posted something on Twitter. What have you done for SHIB lately? I think that's really the biggest question we need to ask, and I don't want to tag any of the breeds or devs or whatever, which they've all unfollowed me, by the way. I guess it was just to have that YouTuber AMA, and then that was it. They all unfollowed me, by the way. Besides, I think Shitoshi. So That's weird. But anyways, I wanted to ask this question, like, what have you done for SHIB lately? And it's not necessarily to say like, what has the community done for SHIB lately? It's showing that the community does so much more, right? We do so much more, burning so much more. They have implemented nothing but a burn portal to make it easier for some people that don't know how to send Shiba Inu from one wallet to another, right? It's very easy to do something like that. And to say that we're getting rewards from it is ridiculous because I haven't received any rewards from anything. So I posted this just because I feel as though we need to understand what have they done for SHIB lately and what have we done for SHIB lately. You know, I know a lot of us has done quite a bit, and I hope we can do so much more and show them that we support it more than they do. You know, if you want to follow me on Twitter at Perry8K, you can follow me. But yeah, no one wants that penny stock. What, GUNS? Is that what? GNUS or something? Matt, hope all is good and good day. Yeah, everything is good. I can't. Thank you for watching. 1 penny when it's for our target. But they do like money. They do like money. Yes, I would agree. They have to pay all the people. This is the problem, is that when you have this many projects that you build, you're developing this many things, you have to have teams to support all of those things. You have to pay those people. You have to pay those people something, right? Unless they're not getting paid and they're doing it out of the kindness of their heart, or they're doing it just to gain some sort of a following so that they can build their own platform and have their own brand. That's definitely a possibility. But you do have to pay people. And if people say, you know what, I'm going to, per post, I want to get paid $1,000. There are people like that. I have yet to do something like that. But there are people like that. Old malls need to become affordable housing. I mean, maybe that's definitely a possibility. They end up tearing things down, and like for our mall, we had a mall over here, and they tore down the main section of the mall, kept the AMC theater, they kept the Boscovs, they kept the Burlington, they kept a couple of stores that were not necessarily that were like connected to it, that survived because they have people really enjoy buying their items, their products and all that stuff. But the main mall was torn down, and now it's just like this open area, drive-through area that to get to all of these different places, which is pretty nice. I like it. It's just I remember memories of, you know, going back to that mall and enjoying the different things that were in there. But now there's obviously nothing there. TV news working for big institutions. That is why I watch Matt. Well, thank you for saying that. Long. Thank you for saying that. Are chores for children important? Asking for a friend. Yes, very important. I already have I don't have chores. I just tell her when to do it. But Harper's 5, and I tell her to clean her playroom, pick up her toys, and make sure things are neat. Show her how to do it, and she does it. But it's not the best job in the world. But the point is that they're doing it. They understand that you're not just going to play with things, mess things up, and then not clean up after yourself, right? So Hayden still doesn't get it. So as Harper's cleaning, Hayden will grab what she just cleaned and throw it on the floor because she's only 2. So it definitely makes her life a lot more difficult, but chores are very important for kids. It creates a solid work ethic if you are kind of telling them or forcing them to do chores, because they should be doing that. Just like you have to clean up after yourself, they have to do that as well. Man, you just skip my question every time. I'm sorry. It what it does is, like, I scroll down and it just jumps right down to the bottom. It doesn't let me scroll down very quickly or slowly. it just jumps down all the way down to the bottom. So I'm very sorry if I missed your message or anything that you type. It's very difficult to keep up with. Matt, any opinion on a synthetic share tweet? No, I haven't seen it. Adam Aaron? There it is. Over the share count, AMC has done a share count 6 times in the past year. We know 516.8 million AMC shares. Some of you believe that the count is much higher. I have said before, we've seen no reliable info on so-called synthetic or fake shares. Yeah, I mean, this is the thing. Again, a CEO has to say, right? You can't push a lot of speculation as the CEO of a company, or as an owner of a company, or whatever, right? You can't do that. So, even if he has seen a little bit of evidence, it's not enough to say that there are synthetic shares or fake shares there, right? So in my opinion, I mean, it's true. You're not going to see a lot of evidence for that stuff. There's not a lot of evidence to say that, they are heavily shorting or attacking, AMC or different positions. Even though we know it's happening, we have very little evidence to prove that it is somebody or they are doing this, right? Does that make sense? So, I mean, I take it at face value. I look at it and say they have no reliable info, but it doesn't mean that it's not happening, right? So, I don't know. I'll take it like that. You start my mornings. Well, thank you for saying that. Would buy Dogecoin if it falls below a penny, Matt? Would I buy Dogecoin if it falls below a penny? Yes. If it falls below a penny, then definitely. Right now, I think it's at like 4 cents, right? 5 cents, 6 cents, basically. So yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. I think it has too many people that are invested into it, too many people that hold it, and even stake it on crypto.com and other platforms. How are you? Nice to see you. Hope you're well. I came here for Shiba. Thank you, Ginger Snaps. Thank you for being here. I am doing well. I have no complaints. I wish I would have gotten on here earlier, but had some things to do. My voice also wasn't warmed up. Seems like that's going to be a thing, as a normal thing. Because I talk so much during the day, and I need to warm everything up. If BTC goes to 5,000, I'll be loading up on CRO. Absolutely. CRO will be at like 5 cents at that point. I watch the Let It Burn channel on a loop all day long. What I've done for SHIB, that's great. That is great. Again, supporting things that support the burns or support the growth of SHIB is just as good as you buying SHIB. It's just as good as you burning SHIB yourself, right? It's just as good. When SHIB Queenie said, take your investment vehicle somewhere else in that AMA, I just did that to Banana Task Force Apes. So yeah, I think she got so offended during that, and I didn't mean to offend anybody by saying that, they don't care about SHIB. And when I say they, I don't mean everybody. There are some people that actually care about Shiba Inu, right? But those same people also have to support what the ecosystem says and does. Even though deep down in their mind, they, or in their heart or in their stomach, they support Shiba Inu and want to see more burns. SHIB Queenie has come out and supported burns multiple times, has talked about how we could burn hundreds of trillions or 10 trillion a month or something like that. I don't know. I don't remember what the figure was. The math was wrong, but still talking about how we could burn quite a bit is a good thing, right? She shows that deep down in her heart, she cares about Shiba Inu, but she has to support what the ecosystem is doing, right? That's just like if I work at a business and the business makes a bad decision, most likely in order to keep my job, I have to support what they are doing. So, Matt, what about Zelda Inu? I think Zelda Inu's fine. Zelda Inu's at a low point. I'm holding a lot of Zelda Inu. I'm still gaining, 160 plus Zelda Inu and L Bank. So I have accumulated over 50,000 Zelda Inu. I could actually buy more Zelda Inu for a lot less. It's a lot cheaper. And see the growth. I do believe in what Zelda Inu has to offer, and I've talked about them a lot. I just haven't made a video about them in a little bit. But yeah, I like where they are, and I like what they're doing because they're helping dogs, they're helping animals, they're helping these rescues that really do need funding, that don't get the support from a lot of people. Even though people love animals, they don't get the support. So they're doing something that's helping the world. And you also are, when you're investing into it, you feel as though you are helping the world as well. Just like if I would invest into No Kid Hungry. I think No Kid Hungry is a great charity, and what they do is phenomenal. So that's the reason why I'm a part of it, is because of, one, the transparency. I've talked to them plenty of times, and two, what the message is, what they actually are doing, what the use case is behind, or not use case, but the what the money is used for, basically, or a portion of the taxes. If Binance hurts half of its if Binance burns half of its LUNC, will it be profitable for them, considering they possibly can make the price go up 1 cent? Yes. Yes, it would. I just don't know where they would stand on like holding two-thirds of the position. I know they want to hold that. I would like to see just Binance take control of this and see what they can do with it. But yeah, if they burned a considerable amount, it could be beneficial to them, very beneficial to them, as long as the community is strong, which we've seen it is. So we'll see. But it'll also be kind of wasteful in the beginning, but in the end, I think it will work out. Seems like they aren't concerned about morale, investment sentiment. If you lose that in experience, that's when things fall apart. And Matt, how many Shiba Inu I have to hold to be a millionaire in 2 years? So that's a tough question. We have to see what Shiba Inu has to offer. If everything goes as planned, and Shiba Inu hits a penny, basically 100 million, I think will get you 1 million. So 100 million right now would be $800, I think it is. Yeah, 100 million would be about $800, where it currently stands, I think, for Shiba Inu. Yeah, it would be about $810 or something, $814, in order to buy 100 million, which is not crazy. And 100 million could get you $1 million when you do hit a penny. And that all depends if we burn enough. I don't think we're hitting a $6 trillion market cap. So, that's out of the question. But I do think that we can hit, a $60 billion market cap. It's definitely a possibility. So let's find a way to decrease that supply. But we have to see that before we can truly predict where it's going to go. Man, I jumped in. It's 7:30 a.m. where I'm at. I'm going to have to rewatch this. But sup, Matt? Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Man, I just read that. Sometimes I read things twice. Good morning, everybody. Our local mall is becoming a Hard Rock Cafe casino. That's good or bad. I don't know, depending how much people like or hate gambling. Harvest Finance is up $3 in the last 30 minutes. Is it? What's the price at right now? Because I bought in at 27. I bought in 30 more at 27. It's currently at 31.68. We've seen this rise really, really quickly. Hopefully it wasn't just from me, that talked about farm, but I don't think that's the case. A very low amount of volume can definitely contribute to a very high price increase, because you have so little circulating supply that any volume that goes into it really pumps everything, right? Amazon killed the malls. They're pretty much killing everything. Matt, thanks for your channel. Have you heard of any rumors of Tether or USDT? I'm hearing rumors Tether could go the same as Terra. Yeah, there's always been rumors that Tether is going to fail, and Tether is just not a good investment. And if it does fail, so many others will fall. Understand that things are not directly tied to UST. The only way they are tied to UST is by exchanges, not letting you use cash. Like, the exchanges are called exchanges for a reason. You're exchanging, your money for, a cryptocurrency, to where those cryptocurrencies are now exchanging to one another. So you exchange USDT to Harvest Finance back to USDT, USDT up to, I don't know, Ethereum, Ethereum back to USDT, right? So you're exchanging back and forth, and a lot of these exchanges don't let you trade in cash. You're basically buying the cryptocurrency right from the start, and then you exchange from there. And if you do that, that's where USDT fails, and all of the other volume that you see go through a bunch of other cryptocurrencies ends up becoming less and less, because people can't trade USDT or USDC for any other cryptocurrency, because nobody's buying USDT. Hopefully that makes sense. Brother, I love your content. I respect you. Check out Bitcourse BCE. Are growing too much. Twitter at Bitcourse. Support them. So I'll definitely check them out. I'll have to check them out. You know what? I'll check them out right now, because obviously you sent a super chat, but let's see what they're all about. I was going to say I'll check them out later. Is it something where they actually have it's not on Coin Market Cap. It's only on Twitter. It's only on Twitter here. So let's see. What is it? Bitcourse? Uh, 2,135 followers. I don't really have any type of detail on it. I mean, you can go into the website and all that and see what it's all about. Decentralized algorithmic token serves as a backbone of a rapidly growing ecosystem aimed towards bringing the community and success of crypto. Anything algorithmic right now, a lot of people are not going to trust. So I don't know how far you can go with anything that's an algorithmic coin. 8% daily, 2,920 APR, 2 compound bonus, 8% referral. Okay. So yeah, I'll have to look at that in more detail here. But I know there's probably not going to be a ton of trust for something like this. Not saying that it's not good, not saying that it won't succeed, but people, do your own research within these projects. Where do you see the SHIB by the end of the year? So if we actually see the bull market start to pick up, I do see SHIB recapturing that zero, and also probably hovering around that point 0.00005, 4 or 5. That's where I see it getting to if we start to see that run. If we start to see it run, and then we can obviously see the not the tail end of it running, but the bulk of that run possibly happen in 2023. But we will see. We will see. If we see this continue to drop, like a lot of people believe, a lot of experts believe that this is going to be, and how it does drop to a level where Bitcoin gets down to 12,000 or less than 10,000, then you could probably push for this, being at a lower scale to where it maybe even gains another zero, which could be a great thing. I would love it. Matt pulls the damn covers off these naked people, and they think they're gods. I'm talking about the devs for Shiba, and they hate to get exposed. I would agree. Yeah, they hate it. They hate it so much. It's a little ridiculous that like they don't see where we're coming from. I understand there's still part of the community, and I've seen that in the comments where they're like, SHIB has done so much for, or the ecosystem has done so much for SHIB. And I'm like, really? Tell me how. And there's nothing, right? What have they done for SHIB? Like, what? Anything? Please tell me. I mean, besides, having that Discord group, or not Discord group, well, the Discord group as well, but they still kick people out of it. Doesn't seem like a community Discord. It seems like a more power trip, I guess. But what if, besides the Twitter account where it has 3.3 million that care about Shiba Inu token, what have they done for SHIB to increase the value? And I'll save you some time in doing research. Nothing. They haven't done anything to increase the value of SHIB itself. Everything they fought back on. Everything that they've implemented now that they can say that they've done for SHIB in any way was because the community pushed and pushed and pushed, right? The burn portal, we pushed for that, right? And it's not even anything different than you sending it from your wallet to another wallet. Nobody's getting any rewards. There's people that receive some rewards, but a person that burned, 100 million or 200 million or however many should be receiving rewards constantly. And I've received nothing. And those rewards are supposed to go right back to the burning portal to where I'll receive more rewards, right? They haven't done anything. They haven't done anything that helps out Shiba Inu, and it's disappointing. Hello again. I do some research on some tokens every day. So today I'm asking your opinion about Neo, if you don't mind. Thank you. Let's go ahead and check it out. If you're doing like research within the use case, you obviously know a little bit more than I do, and probably will know more than I do. Currently, it's at $9.16. You're looking at 71% of the supply out there, so you have a little bit of form of dilution, which is not insane. It's up 2%. We see a high of $10, low of $8.67. Volume looks pretty decent, especially for this low time. We're seeing it up 24%, up to 117 million. We see the market cap at 643 million. And let's see. Let's go into how the last 7 days have looked. Obviously, things have dropped down. We have seen some spikes, which is a good thing to see within cryptocurrency, any cryptocurrency. But the trend is obviously down, and we understand why. I mean, the entire crypto market has fallen down. Consolidation makes sense with over the last month. A drop from $29 down to where it is now at $9. Definitely looks like we're obviously at that low point. If we go through all history, it's probably sort of the same. We've seen this get all the way up to $180 at one point, with 70 million total coins out there. Now, I would imagine you probably had some form of dilution there. You saw it get up to $187, and they added more coins to the circulating supply. And then you could see this consolidation down here at these low levels of, $7, or even the lowest level, I guess, of $6.16. So we're really approaching where the lowest point is. And I'm guessing that this is one of the highest points that it could get to with any of the dilution that it did have. So right now, it looks like a great point, a great time to make that move into there, just like any other position. I still don't know what the use case is because I haven't looked into that, but I would have to take too much time to do that. So let's go ahead and look at the market cap. So what's crazy is it looks like the market cap hasn't really had too much of an adjustment. So maybe there was no form of dilution that came in here, and it just got to a $12 billion market cap at that point. Now that's pretty interesting to me. Now it has created a lower high, and obviously looks like it's going to find a way to create a lower low. But whenever you find that good investment point to get in, this seems like a great opportunity for maybe the long term to capture all the way up to maybe $100 plus dollars or so, right? If this finds a way to recap that or recapture that $100 price point, I mean, you're definitely looking at a decent size increase there. So it looks good. I'm not going to complain about it. It looks really good. Good find there. That's a good find. Everything about it screams, positivity for me. Sorry that I'm skipping things, but the mass spread of information, VR Matt. I'm hearing people from every other country ask about SHIB. If a great call milkshake has has comments turned off on her Twitter unless she selects you. So yeah, I know milkshake was following me at one point, but I messaged milkshake one time about the what was it? The rewards, I think it was. I talked about the rewards and said how people were talking to or asking me about the rewards, and just tried to inform her about the rewards. And even though the question got answered literally right afterwards, I guess that communication got cut because of that. I don't know. I'm asking the right questions or good questions, and they don't want to hear it, but it's okay. It's fine. 5 to 10 years SHIB will be most likely dead if they continue what they are doing now, which is nothing. Yeah, I would agree that 5 to 10 years it could be detrimental. I mean, if the community doesn't step up and do something. I think DJ Trev said something. DJ Trev Market Talk said something about we need an actual Shiba Inu development team, one that is focused on and centered around SHIB. Absolutely. We need to make sure we hire people that know how to develop things that could burn SHIB, that could increase the value of SHIB. So everything that they're building, we could find a way to build something that actually benefits SHIB throughout it and actually have a vote through that. So I don't know how we go about hiring people or getting people on board, because obviously the only way we can get people on board, like I don't want to sit here and pay people thousands of dollars to do something like that. But if we could find a way to compensate people within the projects that we're building, that's always a good thing as well. But we have to make sure that they are legit, that they're not just in it to gain whatever they can gain and then get out, right? Because it's so much more than that. And we need to have that massive conversation or that big conversation about this and make sure we're on the same page. Because if we find those people that want to get into it and that we can kind of interview and say, hey, if you see this investment at $1 million, what do you do? And it's not even about like, if you see an investment at $1 million, what do you do? It's not about if you see the investment that we're creating at $1 million, what do you do? It's general, right? If you see an investment at $1 million that still has potential, what are you going to do with it? And if they say we're going to sell all of it, that's a red flag, right? You can't, because if we build something and let's say you have 10,000 of that, right? Which is maybe, let's say you have 1%. If you have 1% and you decide to sell then it could derail everything there. So we want to make sure people understand that this you're buying into has a lot more value. Yes, you can take bits and pieces to pay yourself and, you know, value whatever you value it at. However, taking the entire investment and selling the entire investment, we don't want something like that. But yes, we do need to develop a Shiba Inu, a new Shiba Inu ecosystem or development team so that we can build a lot of things centered around gaming, P2E and P2B gaming, centered around maybe a burn coin that actually that doesn't need to go by whatever name, doesn't need to go by Shiba Inu at all. We can find a name that actually works and, you know, burns Shiba Inu and also maybe reward Shiba Inu. I don't know. Rewards in Shiba Inu. That would be great. But we need a team. We need to have a full team here. And I don't know how we go about getting that. DJ Trev made a video about it. Yes. DJ Trev did make a video about it. But you're right. I think if you want to go and check out his channel, feel free to go and check out his channel. I can bring it up. But if like we look at Shiba Inu and we look at what the devs are doing right now, they are not doing enough for the position that we believe in, that we love. So why not build something starting with somebody that's very transparent like me, and then having different developers and different people that can build things, because I don't know how to I know how to create a coin, but I don't know all the different pieces to getting it on coin market cap to I really don't know, getting it on exchanges or building even games related to it, right? There's so much for it. Like I think it has potential, but we just really need to focus on getting to the level that we need to get to. Sorry, I'm distracted. Very distracted. I said I would bring up his channel, but I don't know where it is. There it is. Oh, all right. Yeah, guys. If you want to go and subscribe to DJ Trev's Market Talk, you can definitely go and subscribe to him. He has a lot of great stuff and also provides great conversation. So if you like the conversation you're seeing here, he's actually in the chat. So feel free to go and subscribe to his channel. That's a lot of good stuff on, you know, various topics. It's not just Shiba Inu. It's not just, you know, LUNC. He could talk about the stock market. He can talk about different things. So definitely go and check it out and, you know, give it a look. Where was I going with this? Oh, I did, yesterday I made a video on LUNC, right? And we understand that one exchange is actually doing something pretty big, you know, doing these burns. Obviously, the burns are decreasing here. You've seen some pretty decent sized burns after seeing it decrease so much. You see it fall from basically 78 all the way down to 7,000, and then now is down to about 5 million or 6 million, and this is 7 million. But yeah, they're doing some burns, and we would love to see every exchange do something like that. I know that's kind of off topic from what we're talking about with Shiba Inu, but yeah. He's awesome, isn't he, Crypto Dream? Matthew Perry, what a percentage of your yearly earnings do you invest into the S&P 500 per year? So I would say, what percentage? I don't know the exact percentage, but I do invest into a lot of ETFs. So it's not just the S&P 500 that I'm investing into. I'm investing into a ton of things. So if I'm talking about percentage that goes into ETFs, maybe 10%. I don't put a lot. I know things were, yeah, I don't really put a ton, but I do put things in there. And I also I used to take a lot of my day trading income, and during the week, I would throw a decent amount into that as well. So I don't primarily focus on that right now. I don't focus on any of my long-term investments. I don't even talk about my long-term investments really. I keep those in Fidelity, and those just sit there. Um, can I help you develop, Matt? Wait, can I help you developing a Matt Perry golf coin? Let me know. I don't think so. Totally unsolicited. Yes, it's definitely unsolicited. Shiba Inu now considered as a coin, not a meme anymore. Do you know that part yet? Shiba Inu is a token, but it's not a meme. You know, Shiba Inu itself is more of a movement than anything, right? People believe in that, but the ecosystem is trying to build something that's a business, and it it sucks that they're trying to build this so much, right? Because I would love if they were building it and they showed support for Shiba Inu, but building something off of the name of Shiba Inu and not tying it to the actual token that people love, but then making it seem like you're tying it there. I don't know. CRO sent 200 million to the dead wallet. They sent 200 million to the dead wallet recently. That long that doesn't mean anything. Let me go here. Let me go to CRO. Because again, I was thinking that as this does drop down in price and gets to 10 cents, I would love to see them burn off a hell of a lot more. So I do want to check out the holders. I do want to check out the amount that's in the dead wallet. So we're looking at 76%, 76.6% that has gone to the dead wallet. 76.6 billion in total, even though the total amount on Cronos shows 30 billion. There's only 100 billion in total. So 30 billion can't be the max supply. It can't be the total supply. 25 billion can't be the circulating supply. It has to be around 23 point something, 23.4. When did you see them send 200 billion? Or, oh, wow. Hold up. Crypto.com. Yeah. Crypto.com sent 200 million to the dead wallet. That is pretty insane. That was 9 hours and 50 minutes ago. That's pretty insane. That's pretty big news. How much Farmcoin is a good start with non-financial advice? I just would like to know your opinion on a starting amount. So, um, I believe you can even start with one and um, still see the growth. Now, obviously, you're not going to gain as much as if you buy, like say if you buy $200 worth or $300 worth, that's 10 that you would buy. 10 is a great starting point. I think $300 is a great starting point. If you want to start with $100 and buy three, then do that as well. But I think this is a very low point, and seeing this get to a high of $400 and you selling that $100 to gain three, and now you're looking at $1,200 because you waited a couple of months. I mean, that's pretty big. Farmcoin is definitely something that I see as a large or a big mover, you know. So 3 is not bad, 10 is not bad. I would say starting with that is definitely good, because if you can see it gets to 400 or 300, that's $3,000, right? You're starting with $300, turning it into 3,000. So have you done more for the community than the devs? We need to buy your dip coins. Um, New dev team is a must. um, or you saying you have? I said have you? It's dyslexia. I can't speak. Being dyslexic. There you go. Um, yeah, I think you're right. But a I think we need a developer um, that focuses around coins and understands how to get it listed to coin market cap. I think if we could find a way to get the developer, the main developer of Zelda Inu on board with building the Shiba Inu ecosystem. And I hope that because it seems like they're very transparent and they know what they're doing when it comes to the marketing of it. Um, if they can build something like that, then it could be really big. And I think Vince, which is the lead dev of Zelda Inu, um, does a great job with Zelda. Did a great job with Zeldaverse, the launches and everything like that. And I think it would be amazing to have him on board as most likely the lead dev of a new burn coin or burn to earn and burn to or you know earn and burn coins. So as you buy it, you earn a certain amount of Shiba Inu, but you also burn a certain amount of Shiba Inu in this new coin. So nothing's ever going around building up really the new coin. It's about earning more through Shiba Inu. So I would love to bring them on board or him on board because he does a great job with marketing and he's able to get Zelda Inu to Zelda Inu and Shiba Inu, or Zelda Inu and Zeldaverse both on Coin Market Cap very, very quickly. Matt, I can take your videos on the golf channel for you to pay me in CRO. Wait, I can take. Oh, you're saying you can like record my videos on the golf channel and I'll just pay you in CRO. That's not a bad idea. What are your opinions on there being a potential partnership with Amazon for SHIB? There's not going to be a partnership with Amazon for SHIB, but there will be a way to buy things on Amazon with SHIB. If you're talking about any type of partnership, I guarantee that Amazon is not partnering with the SHIB ecosystem. With those devs, they're not partnering with them. I guarantee that's not happening. Because the way that they act, the ecosystem devs are like children. So they get insanely defensive about any type of blemish that could be on their resume at all. Even though nobody knows who they are, and that wouldn't stand with Amazon. So there wouldn't be any partnership there. We streaming Corey today? Possibly. I'm gonna get off here in like 15 minutes, and it's possible. I do have to record a reaction video, and edit a golf video. I think I'm pretty much done with that golf video edit. I want to add shot tracers in there because I think shot tracers will make it so much better because it's a video about fixing a slice. So I want to do that. But yeah. Oh, wait, I didn't show you. You guys can't even see that 200 million has been burned. So 200 million has been burned through crypto.com, which is not that much, in money compared to what it was, but 200 million from crypto.com itself. I guarantee that they're looking to burn more and more as this gets lower because if they burn more, the price potential goes higher. Hey Matt, mystery question. Why the circulating supply has not gone down with all the burns we have that have happened? If you're talking about Shiba Inu, so I'm getting confused as to what we're talking about here. If we're talking about Shiba Inu, we're burning so little that we're not going to see a massive effect of the price. We're not going to see an effect of the circulating supply because if you look at Shiba Inu and you look at the circulating supply versus the max supply, you're going to see the circulating supply, you have basically 40 trillion that's left that's staked, and a lot of it gets unstaked. Like, say, if mine in 3 months, you know, ends up like I end up unstaking it, or it automatically gets unstaked after, 3 months or 2 months now, that's 400 million that's going back into the circulating supply. However, right now it's out of the circulating supply. So it keeps getting added. You're never going to see the total supply increase. You will see this total supply decrease once they update this and the reporting goes from Shiba Inu to CoinMarketCap. But it's not a massive change. It's not in the billions. I would love to learn how to golf. Yeah, I mean, we can play golf. Golfing is fun. I mean, even though a lot of times you hit a bad shot, I swear you hit a bad shot like probably 70 to 80% of the time. But then when you hit that one good shot to where it's right next to the pin, or you hit a shot where it hits the green and spins back towards the hole, it's like the best feeling in the world. You hit the ball 200, 300 yards from the tee, and it's literally like, there's a lot of people that play baseball that never played golf, and then they play golf and they're like, I love this. I'm hitting it 300 yards, not worrying about 400 feet. Like, you're hitting it 300 yards. Like, you can go outside and take one of those rangefinders and find a house that's very far away, and you'll notice it's 200 yards away, and you're like, I can hit my 5-iron to that house. You know what I mean? Like, that's insane. But yeah, if you wanna learn how to golf, let me know. We can play. Question about Shiba: the numbers of circulating supply stay the same? Yeah, I just addressed that. The number of the circulating supply does change. The number of the total supply doesn't change. Geez, talk about SHIB today. I've been talking about SHIB this whole entire time. Oh, wait, is that a joke? Was that a joke? Wow, bit sub she, whatever that is, has only 333 coins. Understand that a position like Socks, I think it's Socks. Socks has only like 200 or 302 coins, and the fact that this is down to $13,000 makes me want to buy like $1,000 worth. This was up to 170,000, $170,000, and it's down to $13,000. Imagine buying one of these positions at $13,000 or at a level of $5,000 or $4,000, right? Believing in it down there, and then all of a sudden it skyrockets to 162. You bought one position at $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, and it goes to 161,000 or 172,000. Like, it's insane. It holds value. Don't get me wrong. It holds value. But yeah, there's only 302 that are available, and it's traded only in certain areas, only in Uniswap. And it's probably very difficult to own because there's only 302. Another great video, Matt. I can't wait for your next video. Well, thanks. Bro, when you missed, you like, damn. I thought I hit it smooth. Yeah. Oh, you're talking about golf. I was saying, what are you talking about? Yeah, you're right. You're right. There's a lot of time right now. I can tell you, like, I'm not hitting it as far, and it doesn't feel good because I used to hit it 300 yards, and then now I'm like hitting it off the toe, off the heel, and even when I feel like I'm hitting it good, it's still only going maybe at max 230, through the air, and that's at max. So then it'll roll out some, but I used to land it at 285. Like I have different images and video of me hitting it that far, and even in the I went to a golf show in Philly and um, ended up hitting 285 on that and 292 as my farthest. So it bothers me that I'm not hitting it as far, and it makes me want to play less, which that's not going to help me hit it farther. Wait, you're not serious. You're not serious. Are you Matt? You'd fall for a scam? Be smart, man. What are you talking about? Fall for what scam? Socks? Oh, you're talking about socks. Yeah, I'm just saying I'm saying the thought of that. I'm saying the thought of that. I'm not saying that I bought into it or that I will buy into it. I'm saying that just imagine putting something in at $2,000 and turning it into 167,000 in a matter of months. That sounds like a great, not a great plan to me, but it's also something that's sort of unbelievable. I'm not saying that I'm buying it because I won't. Almost all the coins are down 10x from all time high. uh, see what was wrong with you about man. Understand that this is a concept. Understand that this is a concept. You're looking at it. I understand where you're coming from. I agree with you that showing anything that doesn't have a crazy amount of value, even though it does hold value at times, showing things that doesn't have like a crazy amount of value to it, um, or use case to it, is could be detrimental to some people's accounts because they could buy it. But then it could also be something that is a life changer for somebody if they decide to make that move and it goes their way. Everybody makes their own decisions. We all know everybody makes their own decisions. And sometimes people do influence that. And I try to make it clear that um, it's not, you're not going to ever find a way to make easy money. There is one out of every 10,000, 100,000 people that will probably make a life changing amount of money in a matter of weeks. Now, when it comes to looking at the long term, it could be more possible. As you go out throughout time, yes, you can turn that from those 100,000 people that are making millions or making hundreds of thousands or whatever. You have more and more, a higher and higher percentage as time goes on. So I'm not saying that people should buy it. I didn't buy it, but I understand where you're coming from. Thank you for saying that. Entitled to your opinion, but don't spam it. I'm on this channel because I have my own opinion. Yeah, that's cool. And have your own opinion. I've been awake since 7:30 and couldn't find the stream. Well, I'm sorry. I started at 8 or 8ish, somewhere around there. Am I a crypto millionaire yet? No, not crypto millionaire. No. Um, it's on YouTube, King. Yeah, YouTube notifications are slacking nowadays. What about the proposal of LUNC? Will they burn? That's definitely up in the air. I would say if you want a lot of detailed information, um, I dive into some things here and there and see when it is going to be implemented. I search on Twitter and all that stuff, but I don't do all of the research that I need to do because I can't even get into Terra Station wallet in the right area. I have to rely on other people to give me that information. Even though I have a Terra Station wallet, I just can't change it to classic. It won't let me do it somehow. I don't understand it. Um, Matt, my worst disappointment so far has been Zen, Horizon. bought in a long ago at $50. Since then, it has always been bleeding till now. What a failure of a coin. Yeah, I haven't ever checked it, but Horizon, currently at $14.45, has fallen from pretty much the point to where everything else has fallen as well. But yeah, it has fallen down to 14. Are you still holding on to that? Because you have 60% of the total supply that's out there. Max supply, you're looking at 21. Total supply, you actually have 12 million. So they haven't minted all of the supply apparently. But the max that they can mint is 21 million, sort of similar to like Bitcoin there, right? But I'm not talking about the use case. I'm talking about the amount of supply. So let's get that clear. It is at $179 million market cap, total volume $33.1 million. Yeah, it doesn't look horrible. It looks like it has been falling from where you may have bought from $50 or so. I don't know where you bought. So somewhere, you said a long time ago. So it was here or here or something. Yeah, it must have been like here or here. If it did, then that means you had two opportunities to make that move. If it was over here, then you bought it in January and it's been bleeding for about a half a year. Yeah, I mean that makes sense. $50 is definitely a decent point, because the lowest point that you've seen before a pullback was that $48 level or $45 level. So you're very close to where those lows should have been without a massive pullback or recession or market crash, right? So yeah, I would look at this. Obviously, right now will be a form of averaging down, but I don't look at it as a horrible coin. Yeah, I don't look at it as a horrible coin. I actually look at it as something that definitely has a little bit more potential based on the charting. So, but from where you probably bought in at, I mean, everything was downhill because crypto was downhill. But if you bought in here, you had one chance to make that move or at least capture your initial investment. And if you bought in here, you definitely had two chances to make that move. So I don't know. You said a long time ago. I don't know when that was. I'm just saying I wouldn't buy any meme coin, poo coins, etc., because they are literally dying and they won't be able to come back if you understand that. See, I would have to disagree to an extent, right? Because I don't consider Shiba Inu a meme coin anymore. I consider, if it's in the top 25, I don't consider that a meme coin. Dogecoin, um, Shiba Inu, I don't. When it comes to anything else that's, yes, not showing that they have any type of huge value to it. There's a lot of positions that don't show that they have a lot of value to it or even potential to run. I understand where you're coming from, but you can't say that Shiba Inu or Dogecoin don't have value to it and say that they are meme coins. Did you see Happy Caddy's last video about Proposal 4080? I didn't. I did not. I know he posted like a bunch of videos. He definitely posted a lot of videos, but I haven't seen it. I just don't think we've hit the bottom of the market yet. Lots of room to continue moving down. Matt, notice this BTC will go to 10K. Just joining. SHIB ever reaching 0.001 is impossible if they don't start burning trillions at a time. Yeah, I think you're right, and I think we need to start making moves. As you know, I wanna make sure we find a way to lead the SHIB community in the right direction and make sure that we're putting everything to a vote, right? And this is where it gets dicey, because you put things to a vote, but then maybe some people have the wrong mindset, right? If they've always believed in what the devs are doing, then what the ecosystem devs are doing, then they are kind of born into this with a a wrong mindset, and they will always shut down anything that's for the community and not for the ecosystem devs. But we have to find a way to have a voting system to where maybe certain people hold more weight. Certain people, I don't know. I want the community to have more weight, but then like, what do you think about, or what happens when you have a certain burn method that actually works, but it gets shut down by people that only believed in what the ecosystem devs were, right? So I want everybody to hold equal weight, every single vote to hold equal weight, no matter who you are. So we will definitely figure this out, and how we can do that, how we can implement something, and how we can build a another ecosystem here, something that will actually care about Shiba Inu, because they're not building that, they're not doing that, right? So, anyways, it's 9:30, guys. Make sure you hit the like button. You need to understand most of these coins will not come back from these lows. Why do you believe that? Understand that no project has ever completely failed. They're all still there, whether they have dropped down to a lower a lower market cap, um, especially the ones that are under the top 100. But history has proven that yes, the top 10 has changed literally every time we've seen highs, every time we've seen increases. But you also have a point to where the top 5 only, or the top 10 has only changed in history because market caps have increased. The total market cap of the crypto market has increased. That's why you're seeing these changes. A lot of the coins that you've seen in the past are still alive. They're at the same market caps they were, but they just didn't have the ability to run to higher and higher market caps. So, anyways, I understand where you're coming from. I appreciate the back and forth. Make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more videos like this one. Also, if you guys want to follow me on Twitter at Perry8K, you can follow me over there. You can also follow me on TikTok, my page over here, and we have a bunch of short videos that we post. I haven't posted one in a little bit. I don't know when this one was posted, but I haven't posted one in a little bit. But if you want to follow me over there. Follow me on Twitter. Yeah, I'm going to get out of here, and I will catch you guys in the next video. See ya.